I'll be reacting to Seirei Gensouki Spirit Chronicles episode 12. I will be watching it from Crunchyroll's website, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1-0 go. Alright. Pumped up for this finale. And I can't wait to see how he's going to crash it. The thing is, though, she made it pretty obvious that everything is completely wrong. I know she tried her best, Celia, to make it seem... They tried her best to try to make Rio not show up, but no matter what she was going to do, Rio was going to figure it out. I just hope he has a damn good plan, though. Damn. They're already doing a bad job. I mean, honestly, anything they do that's probably going to utterly fail. Wow. He just casually moved his on, and they all just bitch. Hey, at least the animation quality looks a little bit better this week than the previous episodes. I'll give it credit. If only they knew the type of feats that he's achieved, they would all realize that it's absolutely worthless. Cheryl's trying to be smug as fuck, trying to make it look like it's all part of my plan. Wow. Even when things are again, at least the choreography is decent with him dodging the attacks and hitting the opposition back. It's definitely a step up above the choreography of some of the last few episodes. Yes, finally! I've waited for this motherfucker to be punched. Oh. Ooh, I hope that doesn't have negative ramifications, though, because I understand why Ryu would make himself look like the bad guy. I kind of understand why, because if he makes it seem like he's abducting Celia, then if he were to run away with Celia, and if they were ever discovered, he could just say that he made Celia stay by his side against her free will. So you don't know, that's actually pretty smart. He's covering all of his bases just in case things go. At least that's what I'm assuming he's doing. He's going to try to skip with Celia. He'll be with Celia, and if things go absolutely haywire, then Celia has that option just in case. That's my guess. Speaking of which, there's a lot of things in the opening that they show off, but they haven't really shown off in series yet, because there was the childhood friend that Rio had a crush with before he got isekai'd. It implies that it shows it was going to give her prominence in that, just going by the opening. But then we really don't see her much of at all in the actual anime. I can only hope that this means the series is some kind of split core, not just showing things off just because. Oh, yeah, now it's back. As if they can do utterly anything. I'm pretty sure she enjoys the disturbance, though. You know what I like? I like the nervousness in Celia's eyes with the movement, with the way her eyes move and twitch. That actually is a cute little touch there. I hope he breaks the man's spine while he's at it. Yes! That is exactly what I was thinking. You should do it. But still, though, I hope he can break that man's spine. That'd be beautiful. I would fucking. I would. Well, I don't know. The guy's been on the run. He's been training. He has to survive. He ain't just being pampered. There's a lot of reasons to why Rio's way stronger than they could imagine. The thing is, Celia is not going to admit it straight up. The thing is, can that really happen? Hey, you know what? I actually like the self-acknowledgement from Rio there. The thing is, though, yes, he may be doing this, but what if Celia decides to keep the status quo? Then our boy's going to be an even bigger wanted man. There's going to be an even bigger balance on his side. He ain't wrong about that. And Celia knows the type of person Charles is, too. Honestly, that's a tough scenario here. And there's no right and wrong answer. And that's where he's actually right on that. He's probably going to make it seem like he kidnapped her. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Make himself seem... Yeah, exactly. With that, the only one that would have negative ramifications would be on his own head. Oh! She'd be damn surprised the type of connections Rio has. But this ain't a normal knife-holding situation, though. This is that. Yes! She said the magical words! Oh, man, I've been waiting for this. Whoa! I just love how he looks so manly as fuck as he's doing it, too. Damn, Celia's got some amazing acting skills. I have a feeling that Celia's friends know that she's acting, though. Oh, shit. The guy with the red is actually a badass. He might actually be able to do something. Or not. I just love how he bitch slaps one of the spells. Kind of scary how this shifted is able to analyze things bit by bit. I like this. It's harkening back to Real Zinger. Why would he so violent about those prospects, though? Oh. Damn. Looking at that smile, that man wasn't completely... No, yeah, he was holding back because of that smile. It looks like he was just trying to test out Rio. Oh, that explains why they look a bit similar when it comes to the eye color. I mean, who else is going to be in command, though? That's what I'd like to hear Charles say. I like how Charles just tries to sweep what he did in the past under the fucking rug like the coward he is. Hmm. Oh. Good build up for a season 2 if the series gets one, which who knows nowadays when it comes to anime. I like how she's perceiving it as fast, even though this is real slow motion in comparison to what else he pulled, in comparison to what he pulled off in the past. The animation could be better though. You can definitely tell they definitely blew their load earlier because you don't see a lot of stable hair movement with them running. It just feels like it's slight movements, even though they're supposed to be running pretty fast, Oh. Oh yeah, girl. I like how it feels like he's such a heroic. He gives me like heroic night vibes whenever he holds Celia like that. Ah. Hope we finally get to see that epic battle that they built towards in the opening. That would be absolutely awesome. Provided they give it good visuals too, though. Oh, was she gonna confess her feelings? I'm fucking curious to what she was about to say. Hmm. I'm gonna be on some kind of explosive trap to kill up multiple troops at once, potentially. Because he looks so really calm and collective, all things considered. I just feel sorry for all the civilians that live in those homes, though. Oh, yeah, the animation's bad because you can see whenever they hit the rooftop, the beams, you see debris destruction animation. But then if you see past the smoke and the dust effects, the houses are still completely intact, the fucking roof. Oh. Which is weird because, again, this episode isn't consistent. Some bits look good, some bits look bad. It's like a bit inconsistent. A shame, too, because it's the final episode. So you would expect them to go all in. But then some bits, like when he was attacked and that specific cut, looked good, though. If anyone's gonna need a rest, it's these fucking fodder. Oh. Yeah. He's gonna have to live by those words. My guess is he might be forced to kill Alfred because Alfred doesn't look like no bitch. Why is there boss music right now? I gotta admit though, that track that I was playing is fucking good though. And you can definitely tell that they give emphasis because this series normally doesn't give an epic track for a villain or an antagonist unless say something really important. So, well, I can actually lighten the mood a bit. Yeah, here you can definitely tell the animation's smoother with like the way his cape moves. It looks so okay. Yeah, now this is fucking gorgeous. I even like the sparks too as their blades collide. You can definitely tell the animator's putting in a lot of work here. Yeah, honestly, if he could have gone for the killing, if he would have gone for the killing blow, he would have completely finished off the fight. But I can understand why, though. I have a feeling he's gonna have a way of blocking that, though. Oh, yo, that's crazy. No, but there's no way that would have actually killed Rio, though. He probably dodged it. Yeah. Oh man. Oh snap. What is Rio about to unleash some kind of like uber powerful spell with like lightning strikes, or is it just a coincidence that there happens to be lightning strikes in that specific moment? Because you never know with anime. Oh, I wonder what Aisha was worried about. I just hope he isn't hiding some kind of like wound though, because you never know. No, Aisha actually took her outside of the outskirts of the capital. That's actually quite a bit, if you ask me. Obviously, Rio didn't the heavy lifting and rescuing Celia, but Aisha deserves her due credit too, though. Thankfully, though, that all changed. Oh man, I never thought I'd hear the day where an anime character's like, "Thank you for kidnapping me." I hope he thought it through. Oh, I mean, I wouldn't blame him. I mean, for it's literally, yeah, he wouldn't treat her anything less than the finest. Oh, wait, don't tell me it's gonna end on an epic cliffhanger. No, no fucking way. Like right when there was like happy vibes. Could it be that from that shifty guy? Well, yeah, I mean, at least that sort of confirms who Aisha actually. Well, further confirms who she actually is. Wait, what? No, that can't be it. I'm gonna check my anime list just in case. That can't be the fucking ending. No. I'm gonna check if there's like 13 episodes. Maybe I miscounted. Because there's so many anime, sometimes it's. Wait, what? That's it? You gotta be shouldn't be. That's the finale. Are you Are you fucking kidding? Wow. It is the last episode of the season. Oh, what the hell? Well, yep, it's the last episode of the season. I hope there's at least a preview for a season 2 or something after the credits. Because if it ends like that, that's going to be a fucking letdown. Remember I was saying one and became, and it could take years for it to get a season 2. Most isekai anime I see rarely get a fucking season 2 nowadays. So I'm not going to be that optimistic. When you've seen as much anime as I have, you get used to not getting season 2s more often than you actually do. But who knows? Maybe there's something promising after the credits. Oh. Interesting how they actually got isekai to that world, but in their actual human body. Oh. Kind of like how they established the different languages between the people that have been isekai to another world and the people living in the isekai world too. All right, good. It looks like this is a season 2 preview then, at least from the looks of it. And I hope it's just not a teaser. Damn. Yo! You're gonna miss me. I hope for the sake of the series, it's just a preview, ain't just super rushing through sequences. That would be kind of a letdown. Oh, yeah. I wonder if either. I don't know if she happened to lose her some of her memories, or it could be just. That's it. So let me get this straight. Going by the bonus manga stuff that they have, and they really rush through him rescuing his childhood friend? What the fuck? Wow. So they rushed through shit that should have been given a full episode. Literally, these animators could have literally done an extra episode of content. And they rushed through a full episode of material in under a minute and 45 seconds. Oh, come the fuck on. I don't even know what to say. Okay, here's the thing. The series can be redeemable if it gets a season 2. And that's a big if. But here's the thing, though. Even if it gets a season 2, it's not going to redeem how they took interesting material in the minute and last 45 seconds of him rescuing his childhood friend and the other kids. And they're going to redeem the fact that that concept felt like it should have warranted its own episode, but yet they rushed it and condensed something that could have been like 20 minutes into like a minute and 45 seconds. That's on some abrupt rushing bullshit right there. And speaking of which, so they spend quite a few episodes on slice of life stuff, but when it gets to like the cool stuff, they rush through it. Oh man, what the hell? Okay, now let me talk about my thoughts on the final episode. This last episode, there was good and there was a bad. Now, the good. The fight between Alfred and Rio had a good animation. Yes, you could argue that their fight was short and there wasn't any major consequences because no one got injured and no one died. And you can make that argument that, yeah, that specific fight scene lacked narrative weight. I don't mind that too much considering the fight looked good, and I'm assuming it's a build-up for the series if it were to get more seasons. But in saying that, this is where the episode damns itself, though. Because, for one, here's how I look at it from a story standpoint. I do like the fact that, yes, and Rio making it seem like it's a kidnapping, he pretty much covers his bases if, say, he were to ever be killed and Celia were to be reclaimed. Because at least in that situation, Celia wouldn't be blamed for collaborating with Rio. So that's why there's some positives in the episode in regards to that. And it makes a good bit of plot progression because Celia's saved and all that kind of jazz. So that's what the positives are. But there are a fuckload of negatives, though, that I'm not just going to straight up ignore, though. For one, how the fuck do you just skip through real processing the fact that 3 people were isekai'd into the world? He rescues them. How the fuck do the writers think it's a good idea to just condense all that shit? That was like one of those interesting bits of material this series had. Because when it came to them isekai and other people, I was thinking, okay, maybe people are going to be isekai to the other world being born through like different bodies, not being isekai to that world with their original bodies. At least from what the series established. But no, they switched up the formula. But the thing is, they rushed through all that interesting stuff to the point where it just felt like it was a whiplash effect. It's like, what the hell? Even though, yes, the fight scenes between Alfred and Rio looked good, almost every other action scene looked bad. Like when the fodder troops are trying to hit Rio with like the beam attacks. Whenever the beams hit any type of buildings, you would see debris. But then afterwards, if you really look at the dust, the buildings are A-okay. And seeing that kind of shit, it makes you go, do the animators even care about this series? Yes, I understand they made Alfred versus Rio look good. But good lord, after the amount of badly animated episodes the series had, couldn't they have killed the animators to, at the very least, have made one fucking episode that looked consistently great from start to finish? I wasn't asking for a series that looks consistently great throughout its whole run with this series. My expectations were a long fucking shot down long ago. But for the fuck's sake, at least to do that. Nope. This episode couldn't even fucking do that. And for those of you wondering, well, it's just action. It doesn't really affect the plot. Yeah, it does, because that's part of the immersion, the action sequences. They've been literally building this up for multiple weeks. So in seeing the animators not put their all into it, kind of is a letdown. And to top it all off, here's another thing that I thought was really rushed about this episode too. they established that Silly had a lot of bonds with multiple people. I would have loved to have seen some of the inner thoughts of some of her friends as to her being kidnapped. Yes, we got some quick thoughts about the whole situation from Charles and Celia's father and all that. But I felt like they went damn too quick with this material. I felt like this material could have been expanded towards maybe another episode. But with the way this series did it, it felt rushed. Hell, I would have loved to have seen a bit more characterization for Aisha, because I would love to have seen the means as to how she drug out Celia out of the city, which type of magical spells that you use. Because for those who want to make it, it doesn't matter that much, it kind of does. Literally, Aisha is in some of the key visuals in the series. She's in the opening. She's been established as a powerful character. Yet, this series continues treating her like a plot device. You can't really say that Aisha's a character in on herself. She's only there to move the plot forward or to convenience Rio, and that's it. That's why I thought this series poorly utilized Aisha. And that's another disappointment too. Now, don't get me wrong. Despite those antics, there were some positives. You get character development for Celia, where she's open with her desires and wanting to be kidnapped by Rio. And on top of that, you do see Rio's conviction in trying to make sure that no one gets killed. So there were some positives in the episode, but it was filled with so many damn negatives to the point where I'm like, how in the fuck am I going to give this a high rating? Considering the lack of consistency in the final episode. And here's the fucking thing, too. Had this episode been properly paced, I'd have been like, okay, you know what? This is some damn good material, but no. They just fucking speed rush through anything remotely interesting. It pissed me the fuck off. But yeah, that's what really ruined the episode for me. Had they just had the rescue stuff done in the full episode, then had they given literally the other rest of the stuff an extra minute and 45 seconds, then this could have been incredible. But no. The people in charge of the series had to fuck it up again. Which is a shame, because honestly, the series had a good start. And that's why that's why I got to rate this final episode. If I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, 10 being exceptional, I got to go with the 4.75 out of 10, because honestly, this episode doesn't even hit average. With the way they handled the last 2 minutes of the episode, with the inconsistent animation, with the only redeeming thing being Alfred versus Rio, it's like, come on, really? Like, with the way the writers handled it, there's like almost no emotion behind it. And that's what really pissed me off about this final episode, because it had potential for greatness. It was just absolutely botched by the people in charge of making the episode. And you know what else really annoyed me about this episode was the fact that they made so many damn new beautiful tracks, and they were wasted on this series. A shame. A damn fucking shame. I mean, I guess the only redeeming quality of the episode was the voice performances were great. That's it. The voice performances are great. Music, pretty much anything that has to do with the sound was good to great. That's the only compliments I'll give. Whoever was in charge of making the music, they did a damn fine job. And as for the series itself, oh Lord. If I had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, and 10 being exceptional, I'm going to give it to y'all straight. It gets a 4.5 out of 10. And the only way that they can redeem this, is literally if it gets a season 2, and those 1 minute and 45 seconds that they spent in the last bit of the final episode, they spread it to its full 20 minutes. If they do at least that, then I can bump up my score of the overall series to a 5 or even a 5.5. That's in. But that is a big ass if. And that's why the series even get to season 2 to begin with, which who the hell knows at this point? Because honestly, the anime market is fucking tough. A lot of anime never get a season 2. But yeah, that's the only way I could see myself bumping up the score. Now, if it gets a season 2 and it's fucking badass, then yeah, I'll bump up my overall score to like a 5, 5.5, or even a 6 out of 10. But I can't even give it anything higher than that if it gets to season 2 of the series, because season 1 had a lot of problems too. They skipped through a lot of stuff involving Latifah. I would have loved to have seen Latifah and Rio built up a beautiful brother-sister like bond. They fucked that up by literally skipping a few years of progression. I would have loved to have seen how everything fell apart for Celia and her family. Nope, the series skipped that too because it doesn't understand proper pacing. I would have loved to have seen Aisha train. Nope, they had to skip that too because this series doesn't understand how to fucking properly pace itself. So no, it wasn't just the final episode that screwed up the series for me. It was a variety of episodes in this series that fucked it up for me. That really made the series below average. Because had the final episode been bad, but everything else been great, I would have treated it like Autex. I'd have been like, you know what? Yeah, maybe the final episode would have sucked. Well, the final bit, I'll give you at least a 7.5 or a 7 out of 10. I'd have been lenient if it was just the final episode being a disappointment. But no, this series had problems from the get-go. And I have a friend who reads the manga. He mentions to me that the animator's fucked up. He actually says that the manga, a lot of the stuff that I complain about in the anime, like the character development, the characterization, the smoother pacing, it's all in the manga. So apparently it's the animation staff fucking up. Because he reads my friend reads the manga, and even he hates the anime. He likes the manga but hates the anime. That's how you know you fucked up when even at least the manga reader I know in real life dislikes the way they treat the anime, but he likes the source material. So that's how you know shit's really fucked up, and that's how you know the people in charge of the series really fucked up. Because apparently, yeah, all the problems they arise from they all arise from the animated version. They don't arise from its source material, apparently. Which, it's a damn shame, but yeah. Oh, and apparently even has a light novel too. Light novel is apparently the original, and there's a manga. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on the series. It constantly rushed things to the point where it's just hard to even care anymore. Which is a shame because when the series started, I actually cared a lot. I thought there was a lot of nice, intense moments. But no. I'm done. I've been patient with... Y'all know I've been patient as fuck with this series. I have been way, way, way more patient than I should have been. Patient because I'm like, you know what? If they at least land the final episode, then I'll be lenient. No. The people in charge of the series can't even bother to do that, unfortunately. They couldn't be bothered. Which is a damn shame. Now, as for other issues that the series had, you already know some of my other issues with the series. Some of my other issues were the animation quality was mostly bad, save for a few bits here and there. And aside from that, the artwork was pretty wonky too. So it wasn't just the execution of writing that fucked it up. It was the production values that really fucked up the series too, which is a shame because, again, I felt like had this series been done under a better staff, this series could have been an all-time classic. Well, I wouldn't say an all-time classic, but it'd have been damn good, I'd imagine, if it was handled under better people. And yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on the series. I thought it's below average. I still hope it gets a season 2 though, because I feel like a season 2 can fix a lot of things if again they pace things better. But that's a big fucking if though. As it stands, I can't recommend this series to anyone. How the fuck can I? But anyways, these are my thoughts on the episode in the series. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction or the series itself in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, or subscribe, and I'll see y'all later if you come back for more. But anyways, y'all, thank you very much for watching my video, and have a fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.